Yo, what's going on, YouTube family? Today we want to talk about closing. ABC, always be closing. AIDA, attention. What is it? Attention, interest, decision, action. Right? That's from Glengarry Glen Ross, old school movie, one of my favorites, Coffees for Closers. So, closing. Always be closing. What is that? Mindset. It's always an opportunity. You're always on. It's not even a job. It's just what you do. Right? You closing all the time in your life. Or you're not all the time in your life. Right? Make the choice. Do you know? Are you confident? Confidence, as they say, is king. Do you know that it's your destiny to close that deal? Can you feel the energy? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Or are you lying to yourself? Do you feel it? Do you feel like, yeah, that's mine. That's mine. No, that's mine. Right? No, that's my deal. We closing that. That's my girl. We closing that. You know what I'm saying? Some people might take it wrong, but you gotta flow with me, understand what I'm saying right now. It's just, you take what's yours, not what's not. You know what I mean? That's not giving any kind of incentive to some crazy dudes or whatever. No. What this is affirmation. And the affirmation, the mantra that you know you've done the work. The mantra that you know you have the solution for your clients, the best solution at that. One of the reasons the best solution is because you brought it forward, and because you're honorable. You're not in sales. I'm in consulting. I'm in helping to create, to manifest objectives, to manifest success in those objectives, knowing that success, sometimes you have failure before success, but being confident in that success, to know that even if you have the failure, it's a fail forward. It's a fail forward. I'm failing forward. That means, hey, if I didn't get it today, it brought me closer to getting it tomorrow. If I don't get the yes today, it brought me closer to getting another yes tomorrow. Or maybe just, how about later in the day? We're not even going to the next day. Later in the day, we keep it pushing until we get the success. And know that part of the success is the tenacity of pushing forward, keeping your mentality in a state of closing, in a state of winning, even when winning is losing. Even when winning is losing. How do you lose a battle but win the war? Well, there's many examples throughout history. Not every battle is supposed to be won. But as they say, the spoils really go to the ones who can sustain the effort, sustain the energy. What does that take to sustain your energy in the midst of denial, in the midst of the no? How do we keep pushing forward? Massive action. Making sure your body is in the right state. How do you make sure your body's in the right state? You gotta push it, right? If you're going to the gym, you need resistance in order to get stronger. That's why they call it resistance training. You need that weight so you can so your body can understand that there is a level it has to get to in order to be able to do what you want it to do. How do you tell your body to do what you want it to do and have it execute? Practice, training, persistence again, because it's a consistent training. It's not one day. You know, you go to the gym one day, yeah, you're not gonna see anything happen. But you go to the gym for a month, even if you don't go to the gym, just do some, you know, you're in the house, and whatever routine you have, you're hitting that for a consistent month, you're gonna see some changes. You're gonna see the ability, your body starts to get to the level it needs to get to in order to push more weight. Right? So we're doing the reps, we're doing the calls. The calls are like reps. You're going out in the field, that's reps. Those are reps. You're talking to people all the time, that's reps. If you take a look at that movie, Glengarry Glen Ross, starring Al Pacino, got a bunch of heavy hitters in it. Right? But I want to talk about Al Pacino's character. He never made the meeting. They was like, where is he? I don't know. But he was out closing. He was at a bar. He was at a bar just talking ish, swallowing spit, just kicking it. But he was in a closer's mentality. ABC, always be closing, as Alec Baldwin's character so famously said. Always be closing. And the illustration was that he wasn't at the meeting when Alex Baldwin's character was telling them, hey, you got to always be closing. He was actually out closing. When he got back to the office, he was like, yo, where's my car? Where's my car? Because he knew he won the car. Because he was always closing. He was always closing. He was always in that mentality that, you know what, we're going to get these deals done. And it wasn't, I don't even think it was the mentality of getting the deals done. It's just that that's what he started, that's what he does. At a certain point, it's like, this is what I do. This is what I do. You know I have the product that you need. If you don't know it, let me explain to you. Let me show you. Let me paint the picture. Let me tell you the story of how this is going to change your business. How this is going to change your life. Well, you got to see it before they can see it. Right? How are they going to see it if you can't see it? Tell me that. Right? Sometimes you can fake it till you make it, sure. But you know what? How about I don't got to fake it, because whether I get this or not, I already made it. I know I made it because I'm here, and I'm going to keep coming until it gets done. And even if that's not the one, just by virtue of you going through that process, it may lead you to the one that you are really meant to get. And then maybe you get to come back and get that one later. Right? But it's called being in state. I was just listening to some Tony Robbins. He was going in about state. What mental state are you in? How can you control your mental state to make sure you're in optimal state when you choose to be, not just when your environment allows it. Not when everything is going good, do you feel good? Like, I feel good when things are going bad. Why? Because I know that I control my state, even if I can't control my environment. People cutting you off and getting upset. Good. Thank you for cutting me off. Gives me an opportunity to show forth my control of my own state. Even if you let it get away, because I got to keep it real. I let it get away sometimes, right? I'm mad. What are they doing? But I've been keeping that on my mind, controlling my state. It's just like, oh, you cut me off? Oh, good. Gives me the opportunity to show forth I control my mind. I control my state. I control my vibration that allows me to ABC, always be closing. Because regardless, I know I'm going to keep going. Nothing's going to stop me from controlling what I can control, and I can control my output. I can't control always the result, but I can control my action. and I can take massive action. So I'm taking massive action in order to make sure that I've done what I could do in order to get where I want to be. After that, I'm happy. I know one day or soon enough, the planets will align. The planets will align for me, and I'll get what I need to get done. And then sometimes it's saying, hey, you know what? Maybe if I didn't close you this time, that's you're losing. I'm not losing. Because I know what I told you is accurate. 110% accurate, 110% on point. If you can't see it now, and maybe you never see it, but you know what? The right one will see it, because I'm looking for clients that I'm gonna have successful partnerships with. Right? You don't need everybody. You don't need every deal. But what I do need is to go after every deal with the same intensity, the same gravitas, in order to accomplish what I need to accomplish, not based on you, but based on myself, my state, and how I attack the basket. Right? How I say, oh yeah, we're gonna dominate. We're gonna dominate. How? Because I attack the basket. I'm going to the basket every time. I'm going to the basket. Oh, somebody's in the lane. Okay, pull up on them. Right? But I'm gonna get the basket because I refine my tools in order to be able to come at different angles, in order to be able to, whether it be dunk, whether it be layup, whether it be three-pointer, I have refined my repertoire in order to be able to accomplish all of those things. And I'm good at it. So I know my skill level, I might not make 100%, but I practice enough that the percentage I don't make, I did that in practice. So by the time I hit the court, it should be nothing but net. And that's not always going to happen, but as long as it happens more than not, because you put in that work, then you're great. You're gravy. You're going to get it. You hit the gym every day, you're going to get stronger if you're doing the right thing. Now, at the time, now going through all of those, or the consistency will also show you, hey, maybe I'm doing this all the time, I'm not getting the results, so maybe I need to adjust something about my game. So it's still going to at least provide you insight into what you need to do in order to be better the next time, in order to make that shot the next time. Right? So taking it back to ABC, always be closing. That means always keeping yourself in a state of excellence, in a state of, I know who I am, I know what I can do, and I am doing it. People are going to react how they choose to react. You can't control that, but what I can control, I choose to control, and I'm going to focus on that. And I'm going to make sure I do my best every time. And if I didn't, I'm going to acknowledge that to myself and know, yeah, I'm going to do better. You know why? Because that's what I do. If I fall, I get back up. If I stumble, I run it off like I meant to do it. You know how we do the jump shot. You know what I mean? Stumble. Yeah, doing a jump shot, right? Classic move. Yeah. See that? Thank you. Right? Thank you for beeping the horn. Usually it might be, sometimes you might be like, what? Don't beep your horn at me. Nah, thank you for beeping the horn. Lets me know that you are trying to move past me, trying to get a rise. I'm trying to get, but you know what? You could go past. But I'm still, like you said, look, I just passed him. Right? You want to get past me, but I still pass you. I'm moving on my accord, my excellence. And that's what I demand of myself as a closer, as to ABC always be closing. Right? This is what we do. This is what we do. And you can take it from the abstract to the specific, right? On how we're doing it. We keep pushing, we keep moving, we keep closing. And then we get coffee. Because coffee's for closers. Right? You're not closing, put that coffee down. Right? Because coffee's for closers. If you drink tea, fine. You know, it's cool too. That's all right. But close that deal. And make sure that you keep that state even if you don't close the deal. Because you know what? Another one is coming. We're gonna close something. Keep the activity up. I got, how many meetings do I have for the week? Right? What's my ratio? What's my closing ratio? Okay. I need some more meetings. I need some more meetings to get some more closing. Let's pay these numbers. Because what they won't stop and what they can't stop is my work ethic. Not even just the work ethic. They can't stop my feeling, because I control my feelings, my feeling of accomplishment by setting forth goals and accomplishing those goals. And even if I don't accomplish them at the set time, I know I'm still working. I'm still pushing forward. So eventually I'm going to get to that goal. And then we could go into, well, making sure that the goal you have in mind is the right goal. We want to evaluate that as well. But you can evaluate that at the point where you can evaluate that a lot better at the point where you have done so much work, so much activity that you can see maybe where some flaws are in your, whether it be your presentation, you know, whether it be the product, how you present the product, whether it be how you explain, whether it be how you tell the story, whether it be how you create the vision, Willie. I know some people don't know about that. You have to have vision, Willie. Find that movie. Willie Dynamite from Sesame Street. Willie from Sesame Street, man. I never knew that when I was watching Sesame Street, that Gordon was, you know, five toes down. You know what I mean? But to wrap it up, always be closing really is a mentality. Call it the mama mentality. Similar, right? No matter what, I'm going to put the effort forward necessary to get to my desired goal, which should lead to your desired objective. And if it doesn't, it may mean it may need a little more time. It may mean you need to tweak a couple things, but you'll have more insight into those things and how to do it once you have put that work in, once you have seen what's necessary in order to get it done, and then you do it, right? And that's what we're talking about. So to all my peoples, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me how you feel about that. Tell me what kind of state you're in when you do close. Right? Let's visualize that. Visualize that closing. Because you've closed before. What state were you in? Whatever you closed, whatever kind of deal, whatever you want to call it. What was your mental state? What was your physical state when you felt that, when you accomplished that goal? And let's make sure that we could get back into that. Thanks, Tone. I appreciate you for those insights. Tony Robbins. Appreciate you for those insights. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out. Sean Michael Robinson.